in the brand new Robert E. and Virginia N. Littell Technology Center.
Don't miss the chance to enhance your career search. Wednesday, April 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Centenary College Career Fair, connecting to the real world.
Thanks for tuning in to listener-supported freeform radio from Centenary College, 91.9 WNTI, Hackettstown.
Okay, we're back, and we're going to start off the top of this hour with something brand new from Rod Price. And as I mentioned before, Rod will be playing at the Stanhope House this Saturday night. So after you leave here, the Whitney Chapel, our benefit concert, you'll have time to go over there if you so choose. But anyway, this is off his upcoming CD called West 4, and the name of this song is Oceans of Time. And we'll be speaking with Rod shortly, so stick around. In the meantime, please check this out.
So hard to find your sweet soul.
That was brand new from Rod Price, Oceans of Time, from his upcoming release, West 4. And we have the honor and pleasure of Rod Price in our company here. Well, almost in our company. Next best thing on the phone. Rod, you out there?
I'm still here.
Oh, you hear me okay?
Yeah, great. How you doing, Greg?
Oh, good. Hey, thanks for coming back. You know, you're the first return victim. I mean, guest that's been on.
Well, you know what it is. I got nothing else to do but answer the phone. So.
Well, you know, it's a big reaction I got last time you were on. People were very happy to hear from you, and I think they'll be even happier when they hear this new release. West 4 is the name of it?
West 4 is the name, yeah.
Yeah. We're speaking with Rod Price, formerly You-Foghat, doing a whole new blues thing here. It's really nice, Rod.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it took a long time to get it done. I think it really started back in childhood, and it's just taken all this time to be able to put all that stuff together.
Very strong vocals, I noticed on this, too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't sung since about 68.
You never sung when you were with Foghat, huh?
Well, I did backups, you know, but no, I didn't. Then I did some other work with some other people. But you know, the thing is, when you're writing your own material, it's very hard, you know, to give it to somebody else. And basically, I just took the bull by the horns, and I was out in the Northwest working out there, and I had the opportunity to just sit in a club with a bunch of barflies and make an idiot of myself. And you know, it came very quickly and very naturally. I'm very grateful for that, because it really helps me to be able to, you know, do exactly what I want. Well,
it's almost eerie, when you're singing on this West 4 album. There's a style there that I'm detecting. And maybe it's just me, I don't know, but it sounds a little like Lonesome Dave there, some of your techniques. Is that just a coincidence, or? I haven't noticed it myself. I think that, you know, I think if you work with somebody for 20-odd years or so, it's going to rub off a bit. But I think more than that, our influences, our childhood influences, were pretty much identical. You know, which I think we probably spoke about last time. You know, I mean, Muddy Waters, and not that. You know, that was one of my biggest problems, I think, in the past, is that I always wanted to sing like Muddy Waters, and then I realized that was an absolute impossibility. So, but I think that the influences from, as I say, our childhood. You know, Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, not so much to be able to sing like them, but just, you know, the blues phraseologies. Right.
And, you know, some of this stuff was written a long time ago, and some of it was written last year.
Really?
Yeah. Some of it, I tell you what it was. I had to get my fingers to catch up with my heart and soul and mind. Because a lot of it I kind of wrote when I was very young, and just used to sort of whistle this stuff to myself as I was walking around the streets of London, but I couldn't play. And so it really has been a long journey for this particular album. And then I had the good fortune to have Tom Dawes help me out again, who produced the open album.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, Kenny Landrum, who helped very much with the horn arrangements, because I couldn't do them myself, but I just pop them out to him, and they come out exactly as I wanted. You know, because I kind of, anything I wanted on this album I used. You know, the horns. You don't have the whole thing anyway, do you?
I have 7 cuts here.
7 cuts, I think. Yeah, and I think one of them's off open anyway.
Yeah, I believe the Dynaflow.
Dynaflight and Sitting on Top of the World.
I don't know why I keep saying Dynaflow. That's the group.
Right. But,
so I have 5 from West upcoming West 4, all original. You know, your originals, and very They sound great. I mean, they really do.
Thank you.
Who else is playing on this with you?
Well, I tell you, I was trying to find the list before I got on the phone with you. It's such a long list.
How long did it take you to make this? I mean,
well, that's a really damn good question, because I'm not quite sure. I mean, you could say 30 years.
Yeah.
You could say, I would say, about 4 years ago. Although I had a couple of other tracks, Legally Blind I recorded many years ago.
Oh, what a great cut that is.
Well, thank you. I recorded that at a friend's studio, and when it came to actually doing the album, I said, I can't top myself on this one. I'd only be trying to copy what I'd already put down, and that doesn't work. So, but as far as the core was... Mopat's a very good friend of mine on drums, who we used to play together in the 80s, and we always vowed that we would one day record. He played with Johnny Winter for a few years, and various other people. The bass was handled by, I would say, 3 people actually. Dave Cole, who is my bass player in Portland, Oregon, I think Tom Dawes did some, and Kenny Landrum did some. So, and what we did is the reason it took such a long time was basically financial. And so Kenny and Tom were both gracious enough to loan me their studios to get it going, to get the feel of where we were heading with stuff, and then we had to go into a real studio to sort of finish it up with the horns and the backup babes and the choir that we put on one of the tracks, which I don't believe you have.
Well, it was in God's time, not yours, but it was certainly worth waiting for.
I believe it was in God's time.
Now,
yeah.
If you don't mind, and you have a few moments, I mean, we were just talking about this song, and it's just an outstanding song, I think. So while it's fresh in our discussion here in the flow, do you mind if I play this, and can I see you on the other side of this? Legally Blind?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, check out this. This is Rod Price from his upcoming release, West 4. What's that title derived from, West 4? Is there any significance to that, or?
Yeah, there's a great deal to that. But,
should we talk about it afterwards, or?
Well, no. I'll tell you now. We're going to have a competition to see if anybody can figure it out. However, I've got to give one really big clue, which will probably blow the whole thing.
Okay.
Nobody from Great Britain can apply.
Oh, there you go.
So if you're English, you'll know what it means.
Wow.
And it's really silly, but I tell you what, it's basically, this whole album is a reflection of all of the influences that touched me in the first couple of years of knowing what I wanted to do musically. So that's sort of where it comes from. Okay.
Well, they touched you well.
Thank you.
This is Legally Blind from Rod Price's upcoming release, West 4. Nothing to do with West 4th and Greenwich Village, I'm told.
Don't know a thing about that.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll be right back. Please check this out.
Places I would never go, staying out so late at night, past the late show, talking to people I just don't want to know. Telephone conversations drifting through the air. Sometimes when we speak, I just don't think you care. I place anywhere. Forgive me, 'cause I'm the warmth of your body takes the chill out of this cold, cold world. And I just don't know how much longer I can stand it. We seen a fight for no reason and no rhyme. Take a look at your heart, girl. We're running out of time. What to say? I say stop loving me, stop dreaming your life away. Then you'll find some peace of mind, and maybe I will see, baby, set us free. Set us free.
Rod Price, brand new, Legally Blind. That's a beauty, Rod.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that one.
You should be. You were doing some playing on that. We're speaking with Rod Price, formerly of Foghat, and as you can tell, into a real cool blues thing here now. What was that like when you finally completed this album? Must have been a cathartic.
Yeah, it was. It was a very interesting reaction. I had no idea. I hadn't even thought that far because, you know, when you're working, you're working. And we got to the last mix, and there was just Paul Orofino and Tom Dawes in the studio, and in fact, I think Legally Blind was the last thing we mixed, and they kind of were sitting to my right, and they were both smiling and sort of cheering, and they looked at me, and I had this like really sort of lost look on my face, and they said, "What's up?" And I said, "I have no idea what's up." And they said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No." And then Tom Dawes says in his wise way, he goes, "Postpartum." Because, I said, man, I think you hit it on the head, because it really, as I said earlier, I originally, Tom recommended Kenny Landrum to help me with a lot of the horn arrangements and stuff, and of course the keyboards. And, that was like 4.5 years ago or something that I first met Kenny and started work on this thing. So it really was a long journey, and I'm really grateful for those guys, because they really believed in it, and they stuck with it over a long period of time.
Well, you've hit the road a little bit since then. I saw that you did a few gigs out in the Northwest and a few here on the East Coast, and one really sounded like an interesting gig. You shared the bill, which was originally your bill, and you were gracious enough to share that with Savoy Brown down there in Jackson, Virginia. Right. What was that like? Well,
it was great to see Kim. We speak about once a year, but really not enough. And we always say we're going to try to get together, because we only live about 5 hours from each other.
You're in New Hampshire now?
Pardon?
You're in New Hampshire now?
I'm in New Hampshire, and Kim's over in upstate New York. So.
Right.
And Kim was kind enough to invite me up on the last song. We had a little jam.
What song?
I don't know.
You just went with it, huh?
Like they tell me, they got up, and said G, and I said, "Oh, okay." And actually, quite honestly, Greg, sometimes it's better to do it like that.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful evening, and then we had breakfast the next morning, and it was just it was great to see him. He's playing like he always did.
Isn't he? Yeah.
If not a little bit better. He's he's got a good band. He's
nice guys, aren't they?
Oh yeah. And that makes so much difference on the road. You gotta, we in fact, Kim and I were talking about that. We when we pick members these days, the nice guy is number one, musicianship is number two.
Yeah.
Because we just had, I think both of us have had so many problems over periods of time, and dealing with people who, I don't know, don't want to join the band. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sort of they don't want to be part of it. They want to be above it, and it's very hard to find musicians that are really compatible. Fortunately, I have. It's kind of crazy, but I got two good bands now. I got the one in the Northwest, and now I got one out of the South, out of Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh.
Which you will be seeing, and I hope some other folks who are listening.
At the Stanhope House this
Stanhope House.
Saturday, yeah. I'll be giving away tickets to that a little later.
You will?
Yes, I will, yeah.
Okay.
Kind folks at the Stanhope House gave me a few to give away.
Yeah, that's going to be... I'm really looking. I'm biting at the bit for that one.
Well, you're gonna love this. You have such a strong appreciation for all the old masters, and there's pictures on the wall when you walk in. I believe Willie Dixon had played there, Pine Top Perkins, I believe Muddy Waters himself,
right.
Stevie Ray. So you'll spend a little time, in the foyer when you come in, because you just want to look at all the pictures. And your picture will be up there probably in short order yourself.
I'm not worthy of that, but...
Well, no. Well, let me be the judge of that. Well, it's not my place, so let Maureen be the judge of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, you were 18 years old. You played with champion Jack Dupree. That
Oh,
must have
my
been
God,
very
yeah.
cool. Did you know what was hitting you at the time? I mean, 18 years old?
Interesting. Firstly, I had his. I had one album of his. I think I had about 7 albums, and one of them was his. That was Blues from the Gutter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so crazy. There I was, sitting in my living room, playing along with sort of Champion Jack, and then a couple of weeks later, somebody says, "You want to back him?" And I'm, I think I was young enough not to be terrified. You know what I mean? The innocence of youth.
Well, he had all sorts of guys. We're speaking with Rod Price, formerly of Foghat, a blues guitarist extraordinaire, and he had a bunch of guys that were playing with him before. Well, Clapton maybe just before he hit it really big with the Mayall and them, and Paul Kossoff, the free guitarist, was just a young boy when he played with them.
Yeah, that's right. It was. I think I mentioned it to you last time. It truly was a fruitful childhood growing up in London with all of those people. Like Paul Kossoff and John Mayall and Eric Clapton.
Amazing period of music. From where I come from, I just read about that, and my jaw drops when I hear about some of the stuff that was going on. Whenever I have somebody that grew up and was around that scene, a musician, I'm speaking to him on the show, I always have to ask him about those Cyril Davies and Alexis Corner things that were going on in the early 60s. Were you around any of that? Did you get a chance to witness any of that?
I missed Alexis. I knew Alexis, but I missed that band with Cyril Davis. That was, I must have been...
You're too
maybe
young.
13 or something at that time.
Yeah.
I was a little too young to get out around the clubs. Alexis Corner was a great pioneer. He really helped. Well, he put Free together.
Yeah. And the Stones, really. A lot of people credit him with, getting the Stones together.
Well, he was a very fatherly kind of guy. And he wasn't a great musician, but he was he had a tremendous amount of knowledge.
Oh, boy, did he.
And he played, with everybody at one time or another. In fact, David Graham, who is an acoustic guitar player who not many people know, was a great influence on me, and he played with David Graham as well. He was just sort of he was like the father, It's like, "Oh, Alexis, what do we do? How do we do this?" And he was always giving helping hands to people. That was his not his real talent, but one of his many talents, I should say.
Well, he was a friend of mine that grew up over there in the 70s and maybe even early 80s. Spent some time over there. Gave me some tapes of his radio show, and
yes.
Oh my God! That guy was great. He was all over the place, and he was just rolling out off of his tongue, all this great information and all this.
Yeah.
He was just very intimidating for somebody like me to listen to those tapes and come up here.
Well,
but he was just I wish I could have been around to experience that. I'm experiencing it, after the fact. But I'm very thankful for those tapes that my friend gave me.
Yeah, that is great. That is great. In fact, Black Cat Bones, the band I was with,
yes,
69.
They actually replaced Paul Kossoff in that band.
Yeah. We actually did one of his shows, and it was great. Just a lovely man. But you're right about that whole area. I was just thinking when you were talking about it. It's a shame. Maybe I'm wrong about what I'm about to say, but it was a shame that we didn't have video in those days.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Because there was just so much. When they, I go and see Peter Green at, as I said last time, in a club the size of your living room.
Hendrix was over there too before he caught on over here.
Hendrix was over there. Yeah. I didn't get to see him. it's funny. I was such a, there was this sort of blues snob thing, and we were, if we had a choice of going to see Hendrix or Clapton, we'd go see Clapton. And Jimmy was just a little far out for us. It took me, I'm a very slow learner. It took me quite a few years to truly appreciate.
Most people were that way,
Did you ever hear the story about Pete Townsend calling up Eric Clapton and asking him to go to a movie?
No. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we're speaking with Rod Price, formerly of You-Foghat, and playing at the Stanhope House this Saturday. But go ahead, give me this story.
Oh, it's quite very simple. Pete Townsend called up Eric Clapton and said, "Come to the movies with me." And so they went to the movies, and they went to Woodstock. and the story goes that, when Hendrix came on, because Pete had already seen it, and when Hendrix came on, Pete said, "We're doomed."
I heard something similar to that. I think they were at Monterey, and the Who, I think, came on after Hendrix. Or it was something along those lines. It was just like, what's the use?
Yeah. But thank God both of those people have carried on, and it really is. I think it's a musician's thing. I remember back in England, there was always these ridiculous conversations going on in the musical newspapers about who's the best guitarist. That's a really dumb question.
It's the one you're listening to now.
Yeah. Well, guitar players are as different as human beings.
Yeah.
I mean, they are human beings.
Yeah, it's not.
Some of them.
That's true. Yeah.
But how can you compare Clapton to Beck or Beck to Hendrix? They're just three totally different people.
And it serves no purpose to compare them anyway.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
a subjective
if you like
thing.
it, you like it.
What was your first guitar? I had the pleasure of speaking with Mick Taylor, and he was telling me like one of his first guitars he bought at Charing Cross Road from Paul Kossoff. Did you ever have an experience like that over there, buying a guitar from a future superstar musician or anything like that?
Indirectly, yeah. Well, my first guitar, as I always say, is that everybody says, "What was your first guitar?" And I go, "Red." That's all I can remember. But no, actually, I bought a Stratocaster off. All right, now I'm going to have a blank.
Is that what you play now?
That's what I play now.
Yeah.
I still use the Les Paul Jr. for slide, but for regular guitar, like on Legally Blind, that's the Strat.
Great sound.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, who did I get this guitar from? This is so embarrassing. The guitarist with Queen.
Brian May.
Brian
is that his
May,
name?
yeah. Unfortunately, Brian wasn't there at the time. I don't know if they thought it without his permission.
Oh.
But no, we went down to rehearsal, and the three of them were rehearsing. Brian was sick at the time, and
came back and his guitar was gone.
What?
I said he came back and his guitar was gone.
Yeah. Well, I sincerely hope he got the money.
Yeah.
Not that they needed it a few weeks later, but
they
were nice guys. They were good guys.
I want to play the title cut to your upcoming release. When can we look for this release to be in the stores and stuff? Any guideline on that?
Well, originally it was going to be May. It's been put back. I think that the record companies, and you know the way the economy is at the moment.
Are you on Burnside still?
This particular album I did independently at Burnside. They were gracious enough to allow that because this was a rather large project. I'm not sure of the label. It may be independent, and we may be just releasing it through a particular distributor that we know. But I must tell everybody out there that I want to get this out real bad to the people because I've had so much email about it.
Well, rodprice.com would be a good way to stay in touch with that news, right?
Yeah, please do.
And you know what? Before I forget all this, your friend Linda Crockett is just just a pleasure. And tell her thank you for everything. She helps me with tons of stuff.
Well, thank you. Yeah, she really is a tremendous human being, and she's really
she's so in touch with the music, and she's a real friend of the station. I don't even know if the station knows that because I don't bring it up, but she's just helped me with so many people. She's got me Ian McLagan on the show, and she's done a lot of nice things. So just tell her thank you, and if you're listening, thank you, Linda.
I think Linda probably will be listening.
Cool. Well, okay, let's hear this title track of West 4. Okay, we'll see you on the other side, Rod?
Yeah, this was, if I may say.
Yes.
This was definitely the song that sort of, I would say that a very large amount of my early influences are directly connected to the title track.
Okay, well, let's check this out. Okay. West 4, upcoming title cut from Rod Price. was Rod Price from his upcoming release, the title track, West 4. And Rod, you're still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, you've been hanging. You've been just the perfect guest here. I can't thank you enough for spending the time tonight with us and telling us, what's going on.
Well, it's a pleasure, Greg. Anytime you want to do one.
Well, okay. You came back for more, so now I know. So Saturday night at the Stanhope House, Rod Price, just a major league slide player, and I could talk to you all night. I need a chance to give away these tickets. I have 4 pairs of tickets to give away. Please call me at 908-852-4545 for Rod Price, Saturday night at the Stanhope House. And this is just an epic cut that you did in 1975 in Connecticut.
Yow.
Yes, just one of the classic tunes, and you were just ripping it up that night. This is You-Foghat from the Trod Nossel Studios, 1975. I Just Want to Make Love to You. And Rod, thanks again, and we'll see you very shortly, around the corner here.
Okay, and I just want to thank everybody that's been listening. I really do appreciate their support.
Well,
so thanks, guys.
Well, it's well deserved. You're a very talented man and a gentleman to boot.
Well, thank you.
So we'll see you soon, Rod. Thanks.
All right, Greg. We'll catch you. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Rod Price. (908-852-4545). Rod Price tickets. Saturday night, Stanhope House.
Want you to be no slave, and I don't want you to work all day, and I don't need your money, don't need your money, I said I don't need your money, wanna make love to you. Can you help me hang right here?
Tuned into WNTI Hackettstown. My name's Greg. The show's been Rocket Science. In the background is Foghat. I Just Want to Make Love to You from 1975 in Connecticut. A big thank you to Rod Price tonight, and a big thank you to all of you who listened. And stick around for Little Eddie and his reggae show, and following that, a bonus edition of Randomonium with Dan. So take care, and don't forget Rod Price, Saturday night at the Stanhope House. You can go down after you see the benefit concert here at the Whitney Chapel. Take care, and stick around for Little Eddie.
Thanks for tuning in to listener-supported freeform radio from Centenary College, 91.9 WNTI, Hackettstown.
Hey, Trish, what's doing?
I'm putting the final touches on my resume.